Welcome back to the channel. You know me, it's that MIC Craig, aka Mr. Impact, back here on the Mr. Impact Craig YouTube channel. And I am here to preview and predict tonight's TNA Emergence on TNA Plus. We've got Ultimate X, we've got Iron Man matches, we've got knockouts action. But before we get into any of that, if you haven't already, please hit subscribe. Follow me here, there, everywhere. Turn on that bell. Keep an eye on my social medias for changes coming to the channel. Also, if you want to be part of the channel, whether that be your own videos, whether that be joining me as a co-host, if you want to be involved in some way, drop me a message and I'm sure we can sort something out. Trying to expand the channel, not just covering TNA, covering more promotions. So if you want to be part of that, please just hit me up and let's do it. Let's work together. So why not, let's just kick it off and let's go into preview and predictions for tonight's Emergence on TNA Plus. Sold out Emergence from Louisville, Kentucky, if I remember correctly. We'll go straight to the countdown show, kickoff show, whatever you like to call it. And we'll start off with Frankie Kazarian, the king of TNA, taking on Kushida in singles action. Should be good match. The countdown, particularly in TNA, the countdown. Obviously, the countdown does serve a purpose. It's to help with the last minute buys, I guess. Also, it's free wrestling. What's not to like? And when you've got Frankie Kazarian and Kushida going at it, it's going to be a fun one. I'm going to go with Kazarian on this one. Seems like the momentum's behind Kazarian at the minute, especially given how he wants to get back to a championship title opportunity, in particular for the world title. So I'm going to go with Kazarian for this one. Can't see much else happening. Maybe some will, but I doubt it. Let's be real. So yeah, the King of TNA for the win on this one. Should be a great match there. Then we have the first title match of the night. PCO defends the TNA Digital Media and the International Wrestling Heavyweight Championship, or the International Heavyweight Wrestling Championship, against, was supposed to be Matt Cardona, but he's not always ready. He's almost ready, not quite ready, not medically cleared to compete. Even though I'm pretty sure he's got a tag team match coming up at GCW. Also had a tag team match in GCW, but hey ho. But it won't be Matt Cardona. It will be Matt Cardona's monster. Who that is unknown. I'm honestly having a difficult time predicting who it could be. My first thought, if you follow GCW, if you're aware of the UK independent scene, there's a certain wrestler by the name of Blue Kane, aka Blue Pain. My first thought was him, but then I remembered he got unmasked recently. I believe it was at Pro Wrestling East. Shout out Pro Wrestling East and shout out Frank Fiat. So maybe not Blue Pain. Then I was thinking someone from NXT, but it said it's a monster. The only monster I can think of from NXT is Obafemi, and I can't imagine Obafemi. One, because spoiler alert, whoever's winning this, it's not the monster. PCO is going to win this one. PCO will win this match. So they're not going to have Obafemi, who hasn't been pinned in. I don't think he's been pinned in NXT yet. So have Obafemi. No, it should be Obafemi with it. So I really don't know. Then I've seen online, maybe it's Matt Warner. Wouldn't be against it, but then they have to acknowledge the fact that Matt and Stefan are married, unless I'm very, very much mistaken. So I have to acknowledge that. It's a good. I like when I can't call it, when things aren't clear. I don't know who's going to be this monster. Hopefully it's not Fulton again. I like Fulton. I like Con, but it's not. It won't be a surprise, will it, if it's Fulton or Khan? But either way, PCO is retaining because it's going to lead to Matt Cardona and PCO. It kind of has to at this point. I think Steph Delander might turn on PCO though. Who knows? So let's go on into the main show. Excuse me, the main show. And we'll kick things off with the signature match of TNA, the Ultimate X. Speedball Mike Bailey defends his TNA X Division Championship in Ultimate X against Zachary Wentz, Hammerstone, Jason Hotch, Chase Hughes, and NXT's Riley Osborne, Chase U, and Laredo Kid. I cannot wait for this. Although Ultimate X has been it's been used quite a lot lately. I mean, I know the last one was in January, but it's been quite a few, hasn't there, really? I'm excited for it. More so because I'm trying to think of who's competing in Ultimate X before. Let me know if Wentz is competing in Ultimate X, but I can't recall Zachary Wentz competing in Ultimate X. Hammerstone certainly hasn't. Jason Hotch certainly hasn't. Riley Osborne definitely hasn't. Laredo Kid may have. So besides Speedball, I think Laredo Kid might have competed in Ultimate X. I'll have to check up on that, but it's going to be great because you've got the high flyers down with Speedball, Laredo Kid, and Wentz. Jason Hotch can go as well. I love Jason Hotch. I think he's so good, Jason Hotch. And then, of course, you've got Riley Osborne for NXT representing Chase U. Could it be a big weekend for Chase U? Retain the tag titles and Riley Osborne win the X Division Championship? No. I mean, also this is the Ultimate X, but I could be very wrong because you can pick out winners for Ultimate X's and whatever, but because of the match style it is, it's very plausible anyone can win it. Like you can go into singles matches or whatever, and you know who's going to win this because they've got this behind them. They're doing this, they're doing that. With the Ultimate X, all you have to do, you don't have to pin anyone. All you have to do is just climb the ropes and then climb up to the cables suspended above the ring, on the trusses, and crawl to the center, or move to the center and get that title. I'm going with Speedball to retain. Again, I might be wrong, considering Speedball's contract. I believe it's up. I believe it is up. I know it certainly was up, going up, and then lead up to Slammiversary. So who knows? But Hammerstone could win this. I could see a world in which Hammerstone wins the Ultimate X and wins the X Division Championship. And it'd be a little bit different from the previous reigns of X we've had as X Division Champion. We haven't had a big man win that title since Samoa Joe. So I'm good with it. I'd love to see Jason Hotch win it. Big fan of Jason Hotch. Be insane if Riley Osborne won this. But I'm gonna stick with Speedball, with Hammerstone slightly behind him. But I'm gonna say Mike Bailey retains the X Division Championship and wins Ultimate X for the second time. Singles match next: Steve Macklin versus Eric Young. This should be really good. Big fan of Steve Macklin, and it's Eric Young. What's not to like? Macklin has racked up bangers on PLEs. In singles matches, he just gets it. He's very in my opinion, Steve Macklin is underrated. He's overrated. Definitely not overrated. I feel like he's underrated, Steve Macklin. And just, I want him to get back to that World Championship. And this is a good way to start that run back up. So I'm going to go with Macklin for the win here. Because EY doesn't necessarily need to win. He has enough behind him. Like, he doesn't need this win. Macklin doesn't necessarily need it either. But I want Steve Macklin back in that world title picture, and beating Eric Young is a good way to start. So I'm going to go with Macklin. It's not much. It hasn't been much of a feud between this one. It's just mainly been. It's just mainly been exchanges backstage. A few words here and there. He said on commentary it got really personal, but I don't think it has really got that personal. Should be fine. Oh, no, the match should be good. Should be great. The build up to it has been fine, which is quite similar with this card in general. It's same narrative. Narrative, that word? I don't know. The build up in general on this card hasn't been good, but it's TNA Plus special. Then they're not always. TNA's in general, TNA pay-per-views and TNA PLEs, special, whether it's a Plus special, whether it's a pay-per-view, they rely heavily on match quality. And there's nothing wrong with that. But feuds don't. There's not a lot of feuds in TNA. Unless it's a title. Because most of the time it's just matches thrown together. But typically if there's a feud, there's a title involved. And that's not always what you want to see. The last non-title feud where it actually meant something, Hammerstone and Josh. For me, anyway. I can't really think of many others. Not the ones that's taken a lot of build. You've got Matt Hardy and JDC at Summerversary from last year. But again, you had Macklin versus Gresham and Kushida. That could have been something, but a global outage of internet can stop that momentum dead. Like I said, TNA rely heavily on match quality, and they deliver. I'm not for 1 second saying they don't deliver on PLEs, because they do. Bangers, banger after banger after banger. I'm looking forward to this one, but the build hasn't been great. Unless I just completely missed it. Next up, we just looked at my notes and I realized I spelled Santana as Santan. Santan. But anyway, it's 8-man tag team action. We have Moose, Myers, Eddie, and JDC of the system. So JDC officially part of the system now. Against the team of Mike Santana, Joe Hendry, and Matt and Jeff Hardy. This could go one of two ways, and I'm hoping it goes the second way. This match could either be very just meh. I don't know. I feel like this match needed a stipulation. For me, I would have liked to see Hardcore War. I think that would have made it a bit more interesting than just a straight up 4-on-4. But TNA can do 4-on-4 very well. So this could either, like I said, this could either one or two ways. Just be an okay standard 4-on-4 match, or it could be an absolute banger. And I'm hoping it goes the second way. Given the people in this match, I would say maybe it might be a little bit of over-egging the pudding, that kind of thing. But then when I think back to the Champions Challenge from a few months ago, that match was so well done, so well produced, and delivered to perfection. So I'm hoping this goes the same way. And when you look at people in this match, you've got a lot of tag team specialists. A lot. You've got Brian Myers, you've got Santana, you've got Eddie Edwards. One half of two of the best tag teams TNA have ever had. LAX and the Wolves. By the way, I don't think Hannafin mentioned on commentary that LAX and the Wolves are two teams that are very familiar with each other. I'm pretty sure they missed each other in TNA. Like Eddie was on a singles route when LAX came into TNA. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I don't think the Wolves, maybe on the independents. There might have been a few matches on the independents. But in TNA, Wolves and LAX never touched. David was gone by then, surely. Turned on Eddie and left a few months later. But hey. Yeah, because Slammiversary is 2017 and he stuck around for a little bit. But anyway, I digress. And you've got the Hardys as well. So there's a lot of people in there who know how to make really good tag team matches. And you got Fandango as well, former NXT tag team champion, with Dango, JDC, whatever you want to call him. So yeah, it should be a really good match. I'm gonna go with the good guys, Santana, Hendry, and Hardys, because they're not going to stop Joe Hendry momentum, are they? Next up, 6 knockout tag team action. We have Ash by Elegance and the Knockouts World Tag Team Champions Alicia Edwards, Masha Slamovich, the Militia, teaming up against Spitfire of Danny Luna and Jody Threat and the Knockouts World Champion Jordan Grace. Makes sense. I'm gonna say Grace and Spitfire win this one, but Spitfire get the win. So then that gives against one half of the Militia, because then that gives them an in to challenge for Knockouts World Tag Titles again. As much as it's annoying that the lack of depth in this Knockouts Tag division is ridiculous. You have one team to challenge the tag champions. It needs to be a lot better than this. I'm hoping, especially after last week or this week on NXT, I would like to see Rosemary and Wendy Chu team up to challenge the tag team champions, because, well, Rosemary has faced the Knockouts Tag champions separately, so maybe they're leading up to that. But they need something, because it's really, really irritating to see the lack of depth in the knockout division in general. I keep saying it, but it's true. There's no depth to this division. You've literally got the same challenges. What's the point of having this working relationship with NXT if they can't use it to give more depth to the division, to bring in challenges? The NXT Women's Tag Division is stacked. It is. You've got Metaphor. You can have Sol Ruka and Carmen Petrovich again. You can have Fatal Influence, JC Jane, Jasmine Nix, and Fallon Henley. You've got, I don't even know who else. It's so, you could have there's a lot more now, but mine's gone blank. But that's considering they don't have a tag team division, a tag team women's. Considering NXT do not have women's tag team championships, they have a lot of tag teams. And yes, the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships being defended across all brands, but it's not very often they do. there is a lot more. Like it makes sense for these for these tag teams in NXT to come over to TNA, challenge for the Knockouts World Tag Titles. This is what it should be about. TNA don't have the depth. NXT don't have the titles. I mean, work out for yourself. Work out for yourself. It's beyond frustrating. Because this used to be... Okay, so I'm going to say something that maybe people may not take too kindly to. In its history, the Knockouts division has been the best division in pro wrestling. Without question of a doubt. Without a doubt, without question. Yeah, there we go. Without question of a doubt. Let's go with that. Why not? But lately, it's not. The Knockouts division is maybe the second best division. And I think the best... I watch them both weekly. The best women's division in wrestling right now is the NXT women's division. Maybe not in terms of booking. I don't know. I wouldn't say that because they're booked strongly. Like they get short matches on TV, but like they build the feuds nicely. You've got it's done better. Because this Knockouts division is centered around. It's these 6 people and 7 if you include Rosemary. That's what this division is based around. The 6 people in this match and Rosemary have been the main focuses of this division. That's you need to build more people. They're not. You've got so many people on this roster. I went through it the other week. More needs to be done for this Knockouts division. Because who's next for Jordan Grace? Who is next? Are they going to have Ash by Elegance again for the 3rd time? Now, don't get me wrong. Their match on Impact last night was great. The match by Elegance, it was very, very, very good. But beyond that, you can't. Jordan beat her twice. It's twice Jordan Grace has beaten her clean. She cannot challenge again. So this match is purely, I think, to find a way in for Spitfire to challenge for the Knockouts World Tag Titles again. Or hell, make it more interesting and go Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle versus Team 3D. The winning team gets the losing team's titles. If Jordan Grace pins a member of the militia, Jordan Grace wins the Knockouts Tag Titles. Or if Member Spitfire wins, they get the Knockouts Tag Titles. And if Marsha, Lish, or Ash pin Jordan, they become Knockouts World Champion. That would make it so much more interesting than just a 6 knockout tag match that no one really cares about because it's just a way to get the Spitfire to challenge for tag titles again, considering they lost twice. This division is... more needs to happen. They can get someone... Surely get someone from NXT in over. Get Kalani Jordan. She may not be the biggest name on NXT, but she's a current champion in NXT. A current champion. Get her in. Have her face Jordan Grace. Build that for a little while. And then whilst that's happening, which is how they should be doing it in the first place, whilst a feud is taking place, build another challenger. Because I thought they were doing that with Giselle and Tasha. They haven't been on TV. They haven't been on TV. It's frustrating to watch. It really is. Anywho, prediction: Grace and Spitfire for the win. Now let's go on. Let's take a little walk on over to our main event of the evening. A 60-minute Ironman match for the TNA World Championship. Nic Nemeth defends his TNA World Championship against the man who never lost the TNA World Championship, the longest reigning champion in TNA history, the walking weapon Josh Alexander. Banger incoming. Banger incoming. I cannot wait for this match. Cannot wait. Especially after that promo on this week's episode of the Face to Face. It gave me legitimate chills. It was so good. You can say there hasn't been much of a build to this, but they made up for it with that face-off. I'm so hyped for this match. And I cannot wait. I love Iron Man matches. And 60 minutes. I know we've had 60-minute Iron matches in the past, particularly with Josh. Or it was 60-minute matches anyway. Or just under 60 minutes for the Speedball match. Because as much as I want to say, it wasn't. You're rounding up there, people. It wasn't 60 minutes, but it was still a very, very good match. But Josh and TJP for the X-Division Championship. Oh, this is without breaks, so we're going to get 60 minutes straight. A straight 60-minute Iron Man match. What's not to like here? I am so excited for this match. Nemeth has been so good. Josh as this new the turn. This is going to be so damn good. And as much as I would like to see Josh win again, not going to happen. Nemeth will remain TNA World Champion. I'm not against it. I thought it's been great. He really cares about being World Champion in TNA. I'm hyped. Let's go. Yeah, this is going to be incredible. I cannot wait for this. The build-up has been a few weeks, so I'm fine with it. But yeah, that face-off last night made up for it massively, and it's just going to be great. It's going to be so damn good. So there we have it. That is a preview / predictions for tonight's Emergence on TNA Plus. Let me know your predictions in the comments. Who you think is going to walk out as TNA World Champion? Who do you think is going to be Mark Cardona's monster? Do you expect something from NXTNA? Do you expect anyone from NXT to cross the line, to come through the prohibited portal? Ha! Excited for it. Let me know your hype level as well at 10. I'm about with 7.5. And I'm expecting good things. Because it's TNA. It's TNA. Like I said, they rely on match quality for these pay-per-views. And they never fail. They deliver and deliver and deliver. I'm excited for it. Let me know the card. Once again, follow me here, there, and everywhere. Also, again, let me know if you want to be part of the channel going forward. Name change coming soon. We are going under construction. After Emergence, I'm taking a break to sort it all out. I'll be back with a review of Emergence. And yeah, just follow me here, there, everywhere. You can see my socials here. I'm on. Let's do it properly. Follow me here, there, everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and we'll be dropping audio soon. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned on social medias. And hey, you know me. I've been that MIC. Like, share, support wrestling. Goodbye, my friends.